My people, Slash Brothers Podcast. It's your boy Charlie Venus checking in one time. It's Friday, man. TGIF. Got my boy Ace Kennedy coming on here just a sec here, man. It's been a crazy week. But hey, we're pretty excited. Got a couple things we're going to get into. Listen, a lot of stuff, man, we talking into. I saw, I don't know, Ace don't follow the DNCs, the RNCs and whatnot. Was watching your boy 45 get over here, give his hour-long speech that I was just like, dude, you looking real leathery right about now. We'll talk about that in a second because, to be quite honest, I saw a stark difference between the DNC and the Republican National Convention ending and some things that I wanted to get into. Listen, we're still talking about the NBA boycott. The NBA picks back up on this Saturday. Give us a feedback about what we think about this one. It's kind of interesting, though, man, because more developments are coming out of this Jacob Blake shooting in Kenosha, Wisconsin. So I got my brother jumping on here in a second. We go get into that. Plus, we told y'all last week on Tuesday, we got Brandy versus Monica versus battle. We heard from the research department. Hey, we picking winners. And I'm going to be quite honest with you. I was very impressed with Monica's little song list. And if it goes the way that I think that it's gonna go, I'm gonna wait. We gonna talk about that in the end. We're gonna talk about that in the end. But listen, we making predictions, and I think I'm gonna get my brother from another mother to jump on for a second. And when he gets on later on, we're gonna talk about we're gonna give it a score. Tell how many songs we think who gonna win. Ace Kennedy.
What up?
My brother from another mother.
What's good?
Before I go ahead and finish blabbing on, let me get that intro music one time, DJ.
Here we go.
The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time. The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time.
Yep.
Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time.
Yep.
Can you dig it, sucker?
Let's do it. Ace Kennedy, my brother from another mother. What's happening, though?
What up, bro?
Hey, man, this is gonna be a pretty interesting cast today. I got my in-laws over here. They from DC. They over here munching down on the crab zone over here. We got table laid out, newspaper all over the table. And if you're from DC and you know about the crabs, how they do it, it's going down in a major way on over here. So y'all might hear a lot of smacking going on over here with some crab.
Pop, huh?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Smell good in here too, though, man. What's good with you, though, family?
Brother, just another day running in the Kennedy household.
Hey, bro, Ham, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to get it started early.
All right.
Because the best thing I think that I've seen all week long, early, I saw today that the state marshals or some police unit found like 30 missing kids all over this past week or weekend or something like that in Georgia. It's crazy that these kids were missing for as long. And when you think about all the sex and human trafficking going on, I was very impressed that they found 30-something kids though, all in one. So they made a bunch of arrests though, man. But these are kids at all different age groups though, bro, that have been missing. I don't know how long. It doesn't even matter. They were found though, bro, very easily. The best thing I've seen all week long with all things considered. What you got, bro?
Well, I mean, I know we'll get into it a little bit later on, but I do want to say the best thing that I saw all week is that the NBA used their voice. that's the best thing that I saw all week. But like I said, we'll get into that. That's a topic for the day, so we don't need to expound on it right now. But that's definitely the best thing that I saw all week.
Big announcement. You want to get into these right away, or you want to save these?
No, let's save it, man. Hey,
okay. Hey, so here's one of the things before you hopped on. I mentioned as well. So past a couple of days, it's been the DNC. They've had a couple of people get out and give some cool little speeches. And it's been kind of funny though, bro, because I saw your boy 45 last night. I stayed up and watched him go on for about an hour or so, spewing along about all of this real sensationalized jargon and these hot words and things like that, though, bro. Ham. And I gotta be completely honest with you, bro. I was almost baffled at how these people really try to use fear and sharp fear-based language to sway people one way or the other, though, bro. Like the RNC was very interesting because it wasn't necessarily based on a lot of factual things. It was just hard, blanketed statements like Joe Biden, in Joe Biden's America, left wingists or anarchists, all these other things, they're going to take over and you won't have your guns and they're going to take away the police. And it just reminded me of V for Vendetta, bro. Like it was so sensationalized, a lot of scare tactics, fear tactics. But the thing that tripped me out the most is he said in Joe Biden's America, you're going to have these rioting going on like in Portland. These rioting going on like in Minnesota. Ace Kennedy, am I missing something that's happening right now?
Listen, bro.
Like right now, right?
If I am a Republican, I would just be shaking my head like, what are we doing? Like, bro, I didn't watch 45. I didn't even want to see him. I saw Junior though. Not Pence. He's that's little D.
He's little D. Little D.
Yeah.
You gonna give him the little D?
Yeah, little D. Vice P. VP. I seen him up there trying to slick talk. And if you're not really paying attention, man, you would really believe because what he does is he talks around the truth. But to your point, the thing that I was gonna bring up, which is interesting, is because they're like, yeah, in Joe Biden's America, you're gonna be scared and there's gonna be riots. And I'm just thinking, like, you mean like now?
Right now.
In Trump's America?
Talk to these people, Ace. Talk to them.
I listen, man. This is the beautiful thing that I like about this is because they are sinking their own ship. And unfortunately, there are still people that are just gonna continue to vote in that direction. Which I just want people to vote. I want people to vote. I want people.
The most American thing you can do is go vote.
You can go vote, and hey, whatever you choose, that's you. But just know what you're choosing. And so the thing is that, all of the stuff that they were trying to say, like you said, the fear tactics. All of that is happening right now.
Right now. We ain't talking about next year.
Nah.
We talking about right now.
Right now. Right here. Right now.
Ace Kennedy, let me tell you what's funny, bro.
What up?
So some people, listen, earlier this week, I had made a post after the first speech. I told you, I know it's not her fault, but I like Melania, bro. I like Melania. I don't think that this is quite what she signed up for by being married to Donald Trump, right? But I put a post out that I said, hey, Melania be dressing, bro. Like she be dressing. Like she dresses pretty nice. So somebody immediately said, she ain't no Michelle Obama, though. Now, I love me some Michelle Obama. There's no secret about it. It's not quite Beehive level, but it's up there with the Beehive.
Right.
Love me some Michelle Obama. But I laughed because last night she came out with the green dress. And Stephen Colbert, Late Show, he said, oh, my God, thank you for wearing this dress. Green dress that she wore here. Green screen dress. So now it's easier for you to make the dress say whatever you want. So he had it where it had Black Lives Matter all over the dress. He had all these other faces over there. It was hilarious though, bro. But Melania was out there dressing. But clearly, this isn't what she. I don't fault her for that.
No, I mean, you know, I really do think she was on the way out prior to the run. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what I love about her is that she does not hold back on what she feels. Meaning that you'll see them walking and he'll try to grab her hand and she will swat his stuff, knowing it's being filmed. I love it, man. No, she's great, man. And unfortunately, she's, you know, married to him, and it is what it is. But no,
it kind of told you where they really were when she had the delay to even come to the White House. She was like, "Nah, I'm gonna stay in New York." And then there was reports that she didn't come because she had to make sure that her prenup was updated. And I was just like, I guess that just kind of makes sense, though, man. That when you have that kind of a range, it literally seems like he must have saw her on this mail order bride catalog, page 16, paragraph or article, whatever, and say, yeah, she might be the one. And so it makes sense that when you go that route, that you married on paper. You know what I'm saying? So she got to make sure that her and her kids now are straight, because otherwise, like, how do you explain that you were a model, right? And that your husband, since he's been married to you, basically has sex with a porn star and then has a gag order on her and all this other stuff. And I don't fault Melania. I like Melania, bro. Like, it's not her fault. This isn't what she signed up for, though, bro.
Nah.
Oh my God. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. I saw the Ace Kennedy on Tuesday. Let me see. Let me get a look at this thing, bro. You killing me. Literally killing me, bro. How you go from Mr. No Mask to Mr. Kill him with the mask?
Bro, I told you from day one, I still feel the same way about mask. Unfortunately, if somebody says you can't go I go to work, so I have to wear a mask when I'm not at my desk. There are other places, like I'm following Deuce and his basketball journey. So there's times I have to wear a mask. So my thing is I'm not going to be non-compliant. I still feel the same way that I feel about masks, but at the same time, I'm also not going to be there's too much going on, and I don't want to become a distraction when there's so many other distractions in the world, when all I got to do is wear a mask. So, if I do something, I'm gonna keep it fly. So
listen, it's funny you say that, because while I'm watching the RNC, right, I'm looking in the crowd, not a single mask in sight, bro. Not a single ounce of social distancing. They all might as well have been hugged up, singing Kumbaya or something. They was hugged up, not a single mask in sight. And the one guy who I did see, there was one guy, black guy, he had his mask covering just his mouth. And I laughed because I see a lot of people who say, y'all out here wearing these masks and y'all ain't even wearing them right anyway. What you trying to say, I'm cool as long as Corona don't come in my mouth, I breathe it in my nose.
That's the thing. And that was part of my argument in the very beginning, as far as if you're making a mandate for people to do it, but people aren't going to wear them right. They're not going to take care of them. I have several of those so that I can swap them out every day. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things that I used to be public health. That was my job. So my thing is that part of that is, like I said, I'm not trying to be a distraction, and I'm not trying to be non-compliant when I have to move around on the day-to-day basis. So it's not like my stance is still the same. I still feel the same way, but at the same time, I'm just not trying to be a distraction. But at the same time, like you said, man, Melania, I don't think she signed up for that. And
sign up for it. I like Melania, bro.
I like her a lot, man. And even though, she had the little fumble up where she stole Michelle Obama's
bro.
Joint, I don't even think that was her fault. I guarantee you, she had no clue that Michelle even did that speech. I doubt she even saw it.
I think that she probably never seen. Let me tell you what was funny. One of the girls, one of these Republican chicks, I don't know her name, but she says after Melania gave her speech at the RNC, right? Mm-hmm. She says, now that's what America needs. More speeches like that from Melania and less from the Cardi B's of the world. So Cardi B responds back. Ultimate clapback, bro. Says, wasn't she selling the WAP at one point? Hold on there, Cardi B. Don't come at Cardi B. Do not. Ultimate clapback, 7 word. Wasn't she selling the WAP? I was like, wait a minute, Cardi. Okay. Yes. Shut it down. End of conversation. One thing that I did see that was missing, I was disappointed. So 45, looking very leathery, right? Looking good in Florida, fake leathery, though. I mean, I ain't talking about, I've seen some good Florida tans, like them Hulk Hogan tans. I saw 45 out here looking like freshly Doritoed out, but he brought up Kenosha, but not in the light of, hey, this cop just shot this guy in the back 7 times close range. What he brought up was the fact that, hey, in Joe Biden's America, these Democratic ran cities like Kenosha, like Portland, you'll see these kind of rioting and this stuff going on. Never once brought up the fact that, this kid shot up the protesters or whatever, young kid. Never, not one time brought this on up though, bro, but did bring it up in that light though, bro. It's crazy. It's not that I was expecting him to. I don't expect for presidential mannerisms, language, maneuvers for someone who isn't presidential. Like when you've never been, it's the one thing that I can say about politicians and someone who I think who's dedicated their life to servicing the public is that there's a certain way that you go about certain things. And when you call yourself a business person that's running the office, then you're not aware of those kind of things though, bro. So kind of disappointed on that one, but I wasn't surprised at all though.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, man. I stopped expecting stuff a long time ago. And you know what I'm saying? My thing is that I'm focused on what the next 4 years is going to be. So I just, really want people to get out there and vote, man. And we can have somebody that is more qualified to run this office and to get this country back to where it needs to be. So
hit me with the segue.
So with that being said, like I said, the best thing that I saw all week was our boys stood up and they boycotted playing the playoffs, which is a huge thing. And so, the thing was the Bucks ultimately started it out, which is rightly so because of Jacob Blake, which took place in Wisconsin. So it only made sense for them to make a stand. Originally, when it happened, they said within the 30 days they would have an answer as far as like what they were planning to do, this, that, and the other. And then the day of the day of the boycott, the Surgeon General, District Attorney, one of those characters were on, and they were talking about that they were going to have some answers the next morning, and also that they were doing a secondary investigation, somebody that's not tied into that particular precinct, so that they could get a second opinion as well. So I had put a post out on Facebook basically saying, if you're mad that the NBA, the WNBA, and the MLB are canceling games, think about how mad Black people are seeing other Black people being shot. And it caused a lot of conversation, which I welcome that on my page, which is what I typically do. I do a question of the day every day just to spark conversation amongst people. And it got a lot of people talking. But one of the things that was said is some people said that, how is this even related? And how, this isn't going to be effective. And how do they expect to get something done? Like, I just need them to do their job. Like, just a whole bunch of stuff of people that really just don't understand how things work. how things are tied into it, because what they don't understand is that basketball is a money generating revenue stream. And so if you shut that down, especially the playoffs, you know what I'm saying? So all those sponsors that have put in those sponsorships that can't now run commercials on the playoffs. So the network is losing money, which in turn the NBA is losing money, which in turn the owners are losing money, which means that if the NBA and the owners are losing money, that means the politicians are losing money. So when you start affecting people's wallets, that's when people want to listen. Because and what I did like is they had a meeting, and initially LeBron and Kawhi and some other Lakers and Clippers wanted to go ahead and cancel the season,
Right.
because they felt like, no, we signed up for this with the hopes of things changing, but another person was shot with the intent, looks like, to be killed, and yet and still you guys followed the same protocol, like nothing changed. So that was the whole point of us doing this. And so they reached out to the owners. And what I love is our boy MJ, Michael Jordan, stood up, and he was able to be a voice between the owners and the players. Number one, him being a former player, and number two, him being a black man who's a owner, is able to speak the language to the owners, but also speak the language of the players. And so he talked to Chris Paul, LeBron, Westbrook, some of the other folks that are necessarily with Jordan Brand, and they were able to, basically ask the owners, like, listen, you guys have the contacts, you guys have the resources. We understand and thank you for the donations, for the things that you've already done. But because of the contacts and because of your voice, we need you guys to reach across that aisle and talk to some of these politicians about doing something different. And so they've finally come to an agreement, and we're going to restart the NBA on Saturday. With all of that information, what say you?
I think that it's interesting because I see it a couple of different ways, bro. I totally understand that giving the money for the different programs and the initiatives, and I think that all that stuff is very much needed, right? I mean, I think that things in general, getting things done, costs. But I also believe that the whole idea of them stopping this time around is saying, no, money aside, right? What we need is your connects. We need your contacts. We need for you. We need that. That's actionable, right? Because I think that the big thing about it is that you look at, for example, Steve Ballmer, right? The owner for the Clippers. When he bought the Clippers, that was one thing, right? But then a part of him buying the Clippers, he's building a new stadium. So that means that he also had to have contacts within the city to be able to get different grants, to be able to get the land, be able to get whatever that it costs to do that kind of thing. And while he has money out the wazoo, you still need the conversations with the people, the critical people who move and shake things within that particular city or that particular state. And so I think that what it sounds like these players are looking for is saying, I need your influence, right? Your money is aside. Your money is needed for the programs that the players think would be needed, but your money, the influence of your money within that particular city, within that particular state, that's where we need, because all of these NBA owners, while they're making millions of dollars off of the NBA, for some of these, that's just only a small part of their overall revenue. They got businesses all outside of the NBA that also generate money. So they're bigger than just the league. Their contact list is outside. A perfect example of that, bro, is when Meek Mill, for example, when Meek Mill got locked up, I remember everybody. His deal that he had was a raw deal that he had from the people in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I'm not sure who the judicial system was, but they gave him a raw deal. He had, they locked him on up, whatever. He had Jay-Z out there fighting in his corner. He had a lot of people come out. Kevin Hart spoke. He had one time even had Nicki Minaj come speak on his behalf when they had broken on up. He said everybody. But the minute Robert Kraft went in there, he was out within a couple of weeks, right? Because Robert Kraft had that cachet. Robert Kraft had that pull. He had the connects. He had the contact. He had the influence, not just money, because Jay-Z has the money, right? If it just costs, whatever to get him on out, money isn't the issue. It's just, let me have the conversation with the people who can actually make some things happen. And I respect that's what the players are looking for owners, because they're saying y'all ain't doing enough still.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's one of those things too, because the owners also have to be careful, because we might be right back in the bubble again in 2021, 2022 season.
Facts.
So you have to, the 2020, 2021 season.
I know.
Yeah. So they have to look at like, if these players is willing to boycott these playoff games,
regular season games,
right? What did they decide to boycott this whole season? Like, people are not understanding when we're talking about them being in this bubble that it is away from your families. You're not allowed to leave. You are stuck in an installation, and even some of the people that have mansions, COVID has affected everybody with cabin fever, regardless. Facts. So the thing is that now you can't deal with those day-to-day operation things, because yes, people are like, well, all they're doing is they're getting to focus on basketball. Some of these people have kids. Some of these people plan their lives around the basketball season. That's why you've seen so many players had to leave the bubble to go, because their wives were having kids, which would have typically been the off season. So there's a bunch of things. And even I love the way Paul George stepped up and talked about his anxiety and his depression and dealing with living in the bubble. I love Doc Rivers. As much as I don't like Chris Webber, I loved what he had to say. There's a bunch of people that spoke. Karan Butler and Christy Letlow. What's her name? Letlow. Yeah, they had a nice exchange. You know what I'm saying? Like this them standing up for this particular junction has really moved across the whole country. And for people to say that this was not effective, you are gravely mistaken.
I think that it furthered the conversation, right? It provided the conversation another elevated platform. Even when I saw like Kenny Smith, when he kind of said, you know what, I don't really know what's next, but I got to support the players.
Right.
As a former player, and he kind of left the stage basically on the show. It's the best. It's probably one of the best TV shows, highest rated TV shows, Emmy-winning TV show that you'll find, bro. And I just think that just the level of eyes now that has been provided, it's unfortunate that this had to have happened in order for us to realize that even though we were talking, we've been talking Black Lives Matter, and people talk like it was just a movement. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, it's not a movement. It's something that can come for a little while and go. You stay Black, right? And the fact that, it's still happening is just a reminder that while we've had a lot of rioting go on, right? While we've had different things come together and everything like that, it's a perfect example to show that we're not that far removed, right? Things aren't that change. And this is the thing. And I want to get your feedback on this. I think, right, that I do think that there are a lot of things, the systematic racism, right? The things that I think that really are the things that we would just say, if we can start with these things. The systematic racism to me are the things when it comes to things like your loans, right? Getting the loans and being on paper, being equal to everybody, right? But the other part to me, man, more than anything, is the reform of police. I'm not going to sit there and say that all police are bad, because now cell phones are capturing them shooting people, right? Unnecessarily, unarmed. But I think that a start would be, how about we don't defund the police? How do you reform the police, right? How do you, with police backed by unions who will have a person's back regardless of what they do and will never hold them accountable? How do you reform police? Because that to me is a start. Like, can we just start by you not killing us? We'll be alive. We've dealt with everything else in the past, but can we start by you not killing us?
And see, that's the thing a lot of people aren't understanding, because, I've had some private conversations with people that didn't necessarily want to comment publicly, which I understand, because it is. So I had two people that are both Caucasian that have both talked to me offline and said, listen, I am concerned because I want to understand, but it's hard for me to have that conversation because if I sound like I don't know what's going on, I immediately look like a racist. And I said, well, let's have the conversation because I know your heart. And
True.
so some of the things that were said was that, of course, one person brought up was like, well, why didn't he listen to the cops when they asked him to stop? I said, listen, that part I can't answer.
Facts.
But at the same time, what he did do didn't need to get shot 7 times. You know what I'm saying? You had a person to go shoot up an entire church who was handcuffed, taken by Burger King, and then taken to jail. You had a person shoot up a theater, was taken, handcuffed, taken away. Even here in Oklahoma, in Moore, Oklahoma, there was a dude walking around with 2 ninja swords. He had his ninja swords out, was walking around. He was tased and was apprehended, was taken away. And that sounds like that seems like logical. What you would do. You just do what's necessary. That's right. Just do what's necessary to apprehend whoever's. I don't care if it's a white person, a Mexican, an Italian, a German, a black person. It doesn't matter. If a person is wrong, they are wrong. But at the same token, cops do not have to kill people. This is the interesting thing that I heard from Trevor Noah. He said, it's a shame when I want black people to be treated just as good as animals. If an animal breaks free and runs loose in the streets, they shoot him with a tranquilizer to at least sedate him and apprehend him.
Yep. But
black people, you're killing them. And another person said, well, this is not like it's not happening to white people where police are killing white people. Or why is it that it's when a white cop kills a black person that you guys are upset? It's like, that's not the case. You missed the whole boat. Right. Because I'm going to be outraged if any person is killed.
You know what's crazy, bro? Let me jump in right quick. The probably thing that I was even more outraged about, right? This had me outraged because this man had his kids there, right? As a father, bro, that had me outraged more than the George Floyd, though. More than the George Floyd thing. You know what had me more outraged, bro? Was there was this young white guy that was out in Arizona, bro. I think it was Arizona. He was in a hotel. This man is basically a police officer. Is basically look like he just can't wait to shoot this man. He is treating this man like a dog. And this dude, he's telling this dude to put his hands up. The dude is complying with everything the police officer is saying. And then basically he tells the police officer says, hey, the police officer said, put your hands up behind your head. Boom. He puts his hand up behind his head. He says, now lay on the ground. He lays on the ground. Dude says, no, put your feet behind your head. The dude's looking like, listen, man, I'm trying to do everything he said. And the police officer basically said, listen, if you look up one more time, if you move one time, you getting shot, basically, though. And he is complying with everything this police officer is basically saying. And you hear this is on body cam. So the dude has his girl there next to him. She's also compliant, right? So in the midst of all of this, bro, long story short, this guy is laying on his ground. He lifts his head up to ask the police officer something, basically. And the police officer was like, nah, that's it. I'm done. Pa, 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 pa. This dude is not armed. This dude is not a threat. He is doing everything. Dude had me so mad. And the police officer gets off. He's probably out working now. It ain't like that big of a deal. And this is on the body cam. Now, of course, you know how it is. The body cam footage, typically they try to suppress that and not have it come out until whenever. But this happened like maybe a couple of years ago, and I was just as outraged then as I am now. But this one, though, is just that's the thing I think that people just, when people say something like, oh, well, all lives matter, you're right. I was pissed then. I'm pissed now. So if you're telling me that all lives matter to you, you should be as mad about this, though, bro. So
as a human, Just as a human, you should be upset. Period.
Yeah. But you police unions basically don't hold police officers accountable. And like I told you, when it comes to reform, I just think that maybe you should check the criteria, bro. What does it take to be a police officer? If all it is for you to go through, you take a couple tests and pass basically some kind of PT. I mean, bro, like everybody isn't qualified to be a police officer who signed up, man. And I just think that that's the stuff that need to be checked. Check that at that point. Revisit what it takes, what qualifies you to be a police officer, bro. When you give someone a gun, a shield, and the shield of the union, you need to check the qualifications, bro.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. Very,
very unfortunate, though, man. So,
easy way to transition out of that, but we will move on to the next thing, man. What we got?
Oh, we heard from the research department. We got to talk about this one. So on Tuesday, we heard from the research department. Research department gave us the lineup: Brandy versus Monica versus battle. On Monday, of course, we're going to recap this one on the Tuesday show. But question for you, Mr. H. Kennedy.
What's up?
R&B extraordinaire. This is your account with the R&B 90s. It's got H. Kennedy written all over it. Who do you think? I don't want to. I know that this is a celebration of the artist.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to win this battle?
Hands down, Brandy.
Hands down.
Hands down.
When you say
when I say hands down, I'm saying 15-5.
15-5? You don't think Monica got 5? Sure.
I did. That's why she got 5. She got 5? Yeah. 15-5.
Let me go back to the research, bro.
And,
okay.
And here's my thing. Shout out to Ralph and Mark and everybody else that recommended B7. Wasn't that impressed with it. Wasn't.
Wait a minute. You can't be talking about Brandy like that.
I'm not. Listen.
You say you wasn't impressed.
I said I was not that impressed. What I'm saying is, Brandy has a unique sound. She's an amazing artist. She's one of them artists that doesn't need auto-tune, that can do things in the studio that are outrageous. I personally didn't like some of the mixes on the songs. She was mixed like Janet, where you can't really understand her and it just sounds like a whole bunch of mumbling. This is why I say that, right? If I'm looking at if that's her latest release, right? But then I turn around and listen to Toni Braxton's latest release. Listen, Toni Braxton's new album is killing Brandy's new album with a Jason knife. And then when she go to sleep, Freddie gonna get her. And then
not that bad, bro.
Have you listened to
No, I have not. I have not listened
to what I tell you.
Toni Braxton's
album goes hard. And
what kind of listen? Hold on, wait.
Come on, bro.
Wait. Hold on. What does Toni? Let me ask you this: what does Toni Braxton's album sound like sonically?
Sonically, bro. Listen, I'm not gonna get us kicked off. I'm just gonna give you some samples of some stuff, bro.
Don't get us kicked off, and this is gonna be the big announcement show, bro.
Ain't gonna get us kicked off. It's just some snippets of something. As long as you do 10 seconds, they can't get you.
He said Ralph. Mark said Ralph was the one. Yo, shout out to the homie Tony checking in, by the way.
Yeah.
For Mark checking in. And the boy Ramon out there. Scoot, thank you for checking in, homeboy. Out there on the he jump in out there on the YouTube though, bro. He out there recording.
Hold on, I'm getting there because I know exactly where. Here you go, right here. So for one, this joint right here, bro. Oh, I guess I need to have volume up.
I can't hear it. That Missy?
I'll wait till that's Missy. I'm gonna wait till that beat drop. Yeah, like you said, it's already Missy. That's listen. I'm telling you, bro.
Wait a minute.
out just the other day.
Wait a minute, you gonna get us blocked on here,
Hey,
bro.
I'm
You
trying.
got us blocked like 2 times,
bro.
bro.
I'm trying to tell you, the Tony Braxton album goes so hard. Listen, I was
Research. We need to get on this Tony Braxton album immediately. I need the background on this.
Yeah. You need to check it out, bro.
Listen, bro. So hold on. Okay,
my bad, partner. I just said shout out for y'all talking about it. I didn't say you said it was dope, but
yeah.
boy Ralph.
Let me ask you, you said 15-5 though. Hey,
15-5.
Okay. Here we go. We had this. We had the songs, right? We had the stats. Monica, Don't Take It Personal is gonna win. Now I'm wondering, are they gonna play if Monica says, "Well, if you play Don't Take It Personal, I'm gonna play I Want to Be Down," or are they just saying these are the songs? So if they cancel, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to see them do it that way because I want to be able to pick a clear one. But I don't know what song is better between Don't Take It Personal and I Want to Be Down.
Even before you get to the research, right? Just off the cuff, what's your numbers? I said 15-5. What you got? You ain't even say who you got winning.
I'm gonna go 13-7.
Who?
Brandy.
You gave her 2 more joints than I did, and you
I'm gonna tell you why. I don't think that. No. Let me run it back. No, let me think about that.
See, you at least better go 14-8 or something.
12-8. 12-8. Okay, listen. Here's the reason why. Okay, now this is why I think, like we always talk about, it's all going to be. It's not even the song because maybe I didn't see the playlist. I don't even, to be honest with you, I don't even look for the playlist if they put them out. I personally like to go into them.
No,
right. I don't want to know what their songs are going to be because then I don't want to get the Nelly treatment, right? I don't want to get to be thinking Nelly's going to play some songs and then he don't, or you tell me what he's going to play and then I'm thinking like, well, why the hell are you going to play this song anyway? But with that said though, right? I think the songs that would be tough songs to beat, Don't Take It Personal, Before You Walk Out My Life, Angel of Mine, For You I Will, So Gone.
Yeah.
Those are 5 that I just don't know. I don't think that those are songs that I think could get beat though, bro. And maybe I'm tripping. Unless if Brandy says when you play them 5, if we really are going to make it competitive, if Brandy says, well, if you play Don't Take It Personal, then I'm going to play I Want to Be Down. Boom. I think that then it's just a matter of what do you think's a better song? Don't Take It Personal or I Want to Be Down?
It all goes back to song selection. I mean, you know that. I mean, I preach. I don't care what battle.
Who you think's better though? What songs you think's better? I Want to Be Down or Don't Take It Personal?
For me, it's I Want to Be Down. It goes back to nostalgia. And for me, I Want to Be Down that's like I remember her sitting on the swing. I remember the big braids. I remember the backwards hat. Like oh my gosh.
Don't Take It Personal. The research department 10. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hey, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you though, bro. Unless she played the remix of I Want to Be Down. If she plays the remix, then I think she'll win. But if she just plays the regular version, I'm gonna be honest. Don't Take It Personal. Now you know what's funny. I've always wanted. I have that sampled ready to do something to, but haven't did it. But that's a tough one though, bro. That probably is gonna be the hardest one. But then, if she says Before You Walk Out My Life, that's probably my second favorite Monica song. Baby, bro. If Brandy plays Baby. That's the right. That's when she busts that out. Those is tight. But I think that the big thing is after the 5 Monica songs, right? So let me go because Mark got his list up here. Let me see. He got Monica, the first night, I get that. For you, I will. Boom, that's what. Should have known better. Monica. Brandy got other songs that are better than should have known better. Love All Over Me is my favorite new Monica song, but I think that Brandy got older stuff that's better. Everything to Me, One in a Lifetime, Commitment. Why? I'm not. Yeah, he said Monica 15-5 instead of Brandy 15-5. What?
No, he said this is his latest comment. He said there's a tie. Listen,
No. I think that was between those two songs. Between Don't Take It Personal and I Want to Be Down. But listen, I think, bro.
As long as like I hope this is a performance battle. I would love for that. I would love that.
If it's a performance battle.
As long as Brandy don't do them faces that she did.
Listen, if it's a performance battle, I think if you put performance into it, I think Monica is gonna wash her then, though, bro. Monica, if it's live performance, Monica will dog walk her on a live performance, bruh.
I personally would love, right, if they had a band, I would love for them to have a band that's playing both songs, and they got out there and did that. Man, that jump would be so epic, bro. Like it's almost one of those things. Like you remember when Snoop and DMX was in the same spot, and it was just energy. I think if they had, like I said, they had a live band that was playing both of them, and they just went back and forth.
That would be fine. That's basically how you didn't see the Beanie Man.
Yeah.
That was basically how it was. It was more of a concert. But I'm gonna be honest with you though, bro. I mean, if you put Monica live, there's only a handful of people who I would pick over Monica live. And when I'm talking about the handful live, I'm thinking like maybe Jill Scott, maybe Kiki Wyatt. There's only a handful of people who I think that just can naturally blow. Now, I think that Brandy just has, to me, better songs and better radio songs, but just singing ability, though, bro, I don't know. Like,
you really think that Monica sings better than Brandy?
Oh man, I think Monica's ballads are better than Brandy's ballads.
No. That's not what I just asked you.
I think that
Monica sings better than Brandy. That's the question. Stop avoiding it. Just like how you was trying to say, who'd you say was better singer out of Usher and R. Kelly?
No, I didn't say them. I said Chris Brown and Usher.
No. I'm talking about a long time ago, before we even started the pod.
If it didn't happen on the podcast, then the conversation.
See, so
but
there
we're talking now. If you had to make me choose between who's a better singer between Usher and R. Kelly, we getting off topic here.
No, we coming right back to the question.
Okay. Between Usher and R. Kelly, who's the better singer?
Yeah.
We're not talking about. I'm trying to qualify this.
It's vocal.
Listen. We're not talking about the best songs. We're just saying who's the best.
Who's the best vocalist? Period. Who's the best vocalist? Stop trying to change it up. It's very simple. Who sings better?
I'm gonna say R. Kelly, bro. I'm gonna say R. Kelly. Here's the reason why. I'm gonna say R. Kelly because I think Chris Brown sings better than Usher, but I don't think that he sings better than R. Kelly. That's my logic.
Okay, now go back to this Monica Brandy.
Monica and Brandy. So like this. This is what I think. If you gave both of them a mic with no music playing, and you said sing your best song, I think Monica would sound better than Brandy. That's my logic. That's how I would qualify that. If you said Brandy, sing, what you think Brandy's best slow song? Broken Hearted? Broken Hearted, listen, Broken Hearted is her best slow song, right? So if you say, Brandy, sing your best slow song, and she sung Broken Hearted, and I think that if Monica sung Love All Over Me, I think Monica would clearly sound better out of those two slow songs. Yes.
I disagree, but I mean, it is what it is. We'll see what happens on Monday.
So you think it is? So the homie Mark from Lone Bench says 15-5, Monica. You're saying 15-5, Brandy. I think it is more somewhere. It's going to be closer.
Listen,
I think it's going to be like 12-8.
My thing here's my thing. I think it's gonna be 15-5, but I think if something crazy happens, it will be 13-7.
Shout out to the boy Rocky. He got a point though, man. He said Brandy don't be hitting them notes like Monica. Ace, this is the thing though, bro. You know what it is, man. It's that I think of Monica, and now the older Monica, I think of a slow song, a ballad, and I just think that she would sing a slow song that shows off your vocals more. So if they sung it live, if they did like Snoop and DMX did, right, where they're actually singing the song, I might like the Brandy song more. But if they came to them singing it live, I might just say, listen, if I'm judging by the round off of their singing right then and there, yeah, I would say Brandy should hope that they don't sing it live, because then I think that throws a monkey wrench in there that makes it more winnable for Monica, though, bro.
Well, here's the thing. I just want y'all to keep that same energy, because I got a lot of y'all just talking.
I've heard Monica sing live, and I can't remember where I heard her sing live before. It was like it was very intimate, bro. I don't know if it was at like a release party or somewhere. It was I can't remember where. I remember seeing her sing live, and she was killing it though, bro. But listen, man.
You know, it's funny because I actually was at a concert with Monica. I was standing next to her, and the boy Diddy came through too.
For sisters only. That's where they have a series out here called For Sisters Only, where it's like a big convention for women hair products, women vendors, women businesses, and everything like that. And so my wife actually attended that. I did it with her before, and Monica performed there, and they have all different kinds of performances there.
Yeah.
And Monica got up there and killed it, bro. I mean, killed it, sounded just like the albums. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, you know, you and our opinions about live singing is different anyway. So.
You're absolutely right, though. You're absolutely
I'm
right.
sure gonna disappoint you tonight.
What you mean? Let's talk about that. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let's get into these. Let's get into these announcements. By the way, let's get into the big.
Yeah. Because we got about 7 minutes.
We got a couple minutes. Let me get my tools ready here. Couple things I want to let y'all know, man. So listen, Slash Brothers Podcast. We doing a couple of things here, man. I've had a lot of people that have asked us a couple times now. I'm like, yo, where y'all be when y'all not on Facebook Live? That's a very good question. Ace Kennedy, you got the ether ready for this one. Slash Brothers Podcast starting next Tuesday. Hit the ether. Give me the ether. We going live. Hit me. After every Slash Brothers podcast, you will now be able to catch the Slash Brothers podcast audio. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere you listen to podcasts, yo. Tell your mama them. Tell your grandmama them. Slash Brothers. Broadcasting everywhere you listen to a podcast starting next Tuesday's show. You will be able to go ahead and check out the Slash Brothers Podcast. That's big. We almost about to be rich.
Listen, for those of y'all that don't know, we are on YouTube as well. There you'll see a couple of YouTube comments within the comments, but yeah, we are also on YouTube.
Every Slash Brothers podcast that we do on Facebook Live is also broadcasted on YouTube live at the same time. So if you got YouTube Premium and you just like to listen to podcasts while you work, put Slash Brothers on your playlist. If you want to listen to us on Spotify, check your boys out there as well. So in addition to all the great music that we put out there on those platforms, Ace Kennedy Project, Charlie Venus Project, The Bel Air. The Bel Air 2, live from 1999. Everything is everywhere you can stream music.
Speaking of music, tonight.
Talk to him.
Tonight.
Talk to him.
Not tomorrow. Tonight. The mic is yours. Your boy Charlie V will be performing live for the first time in over 10 years. Your boy is doing a live performance.
Hey, listen here, man. I'm pretty excited about this, and I got to be honest with you. Immediately after the show, give it maybe about 5-10 minutes for us to go ahead and segue on over. But your boy Charlie Venus, the mic is yours. Performing 2 songs, couple songs that's likely going to go ahead and make the Bel Air 2 live from 1999. It's going down, so check your boy on out on the second big announcement. My brother from another mother, Ace Kennedy, who killed it the last time they had the mic is yours, coming back for a second time. Second time in a row to kill it again. What are we talking about? Tell you why this is a big deal, because sometimes we get out here and we talk about music that we like, music that we don't like, but I think it's also important for you to hear the boys. If you haven't heard of our music before, now you get to see the live performance of it. So check us on out immediately after this show. Matter of fact, we're getting ready to wrap it on up so we can go ahead and get some things set on up, and then we go ahead and jump it over. Check your boys in on now. Slash Brothers doing big things. And by the way, I can't thank y'all enough for jumping in the comments. I can't thank y'all enough for everybody who joins. Shout out to the boy Mark. Shout out to the boy Chris Top. Everybody who joins, we always reach out to say, hey, you know what? If you want to jump on the podcast, if you want to give us the feedback outside of what you see into the comments, now you also got the opportunity when you join us, you streamed along with us. We taking you with us, dog. We ain't going to just get there without y'all.
And check this out. Yo, anytime anybody would love to guest star on the podcast, the invitation is always open. All you got to do is reach out and say, yo, I would like to get on and say my piece. You're more than welcome.
Facts.
That way you can tell your people, like, yo, I'm about to be on this podcast, and let them come watch and check us out. Yo, help us out.
So listen, man, Ace Kennedy,
what's up?
The big show.
Mm-hmm.
While we're transitioning, get us ready. Take us home, bro. What you got?
Yo, I just want to tell y'all, thank y'all again. I should be finalizing my album cover this weekend for the new single. And once I get that up and going, then I will drop the video. I know I've been talking about it for a while. The video's done. I just need the single to be ready so that if you guys like the song on the single, then you can go and download it or listen to it on your favorite streaming platform. So that's all I got going on. What about you?
Slash Brother merchandise on the way for everybody who likes to support. For some of y'all that are regulars that are in the comments, I got to catch up with y'all because I want to make sure I get y'all Slash Brother merchandise ASAP. This is on the house, man. We contact the finance department. The finance department said that it's cool. So I got to be in touch with y'all, but we actually will have the Slash Brother store when you actually go to every podcast. We'll probably have it on the podcast Facebook page, but of course, when you go through, and there'll always be a link on the actual YouTube page. But we got the store, merchandise, t-shirts, hats, draws. We got the OnlyFans page coming soon. All topless pictures of the Slash. Listen, I can't thank y'all enough, though, man. Hey, Skinny, give me that theme music so we can get on out of here, bro, Ham. I think it. Big show.